Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. And my brain was going, so where's the jump scare? I was half expecting the Guild Rush music there. No, that won't be until Thursday, probably, depending on whether or not I suddenly decide that I need to, spend more time doing advancements before we run out of month. Welcome in, everybody. I know we're slightly early, but I was asked to boop a button to get things going, so I did. Such is the way of things. And so I'm just hanging out here with my foxes and my llamas. And you all staring into my nose. Stare into my eyes. Stare into my eyes. Oh, it's going to be a good start, isn't it? It really is. It's such a good start. Oh, goodness. We've got a few people in. We've got Superfast Fegalicious sneaking in and trying to curl up just before everything. Then we have Frau K sneaking in and Blast Jordan arriving. And now we have quite a few more people. We have everybody arriving from Lyra. Welcome in, Raiders, and welcome in, Lyra. I know that I was hanging out watching you do some mining, and I really should do... let's hit this button. And I highly recommend everybody should boop that button, turn that heart solid, make sure you're following more of Lyra, because they are one of the reasons that I exist in Minecraft. I spent so much time watching Lyra play Minecraft and Final Fantasy and got into their community. They are one of the reasons why I am here, which is disturbing as all heck, really. I mean... And thank you for those new followers, and thank you for people pushing the button for the Squirrel Scurry. It doesn't say it. I do need to add a message for it. The Squirrel Scurry is the check-in options for this stream, and it has the wonderful option that when 40 people have joined, or for... every time 40 people have checked in, then I will go and donate some money to charity. Woohoo! And apparently the Guild Rush timer is still running. I'm going to turn that one off. I would... it is highly... yes, right, turn that off. That is the wrong day. But it does actually conveniently say about why the Squirrel Scurry check-in. Wow. Why did I make things that difficult for myself? Why it is a useful thing. Because charity is amazing. Welcome into all the people who came with Lyra there. Let me see if I can catch up on the scurries and just make sure that I know who is here, because I know there's a lot of people. So we have, let's see, we've got Frau K Double Parked, we've got Shadow Sky, we have Lawrence Wolf, welcome in. First time chat from you. And let's scroll. Raven, welcome in. Sci-fi. Scroll. So much chat. You'd think I would be actually on top of things. I'm not. And Chris, welcome in. And anyone else who might have arrived with that. You find me today at the Frozen Archives. So called because, well, it's a frozen mountain, and this is where we're going to archive a load of stuff. Notably my, all of my bad decisions, also known as my quote library. Right. One thing that's about to happen is the sun is about to go down. So, hey, Cosmic, welcome in, and welcome into TGM. Why is that not scrolling? Woohoo! Right. And Ritsu, welcome in, Ritsu. Okay, the sun is setting. I need to... hi, Void. Can I borrow your bed for a second? Thank you, Void. Right. Okay. I'm going to hit this button, And excellent. Now I have Ginger the Lily's head. And I decided not to go with the typo version. So let us get an armor stand, because I'm fairly sure that I need to place this here for the moment. This is my holding location. I'm pretty sure that's Ginger's head. So for those wondering what the heck's going on here, these are the people who have donated towards Guild Rush and towards Gamers Outreach. Lovely charity. Raises money to put gaming consoles into children's hospitals and children's wards. And these people have been fantastic and donated to have an armor stand here. Would it be a pain for me to update your head? Do 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 do. There we are. New head. The old head has been yeeted off the mountain. Goodbye to Superfast Feglish's old head, and welcome to the new head. I'm fairly sure that that is different, so I think that that's okay. Unlike the Straw Statues mod, I don't have a way of getting an update to a head. I just have to yeet it straight off a hill. Here we see the head of a wild feg, despawning into nothingness, having been yeeted off a mountain. Let us be nice and actually have a quick look at what the heck is going on around us. Here we have the Frozen Archives. So called because it's bleeding cold, and this is where we're going to record all of the quotes that make up chat, or make up everything that Scotsman has said that is a bad idea. But yes, for those who haven't encountered this before, this is the Frozen Archive. This is one of about 7 or 8 major build zones in this world. I keep this as a forever world. It is pretty much vanilla. It is the slight differences from vanilla are things like sodium and the armor stands now. What the heck was that quote? Oh my goodness. Do you know what that quote was? I don't recognize that quote. I don't know what that quote... Suddenly a face full of llama. I don't recognize that quote. That one... That surely can't be attributed to me. I'm not sure that that's my fault. Hello, Cosmic. Welcome in. That was me building a rabbit hutch. 2 years ago, even though... Okay. I don't remember building... Nah. That must have been close to when we started building Castle Gordonstein. No, because... Hold on. When was that? 2023. No, that would have been... That would have been during... Oh no, because we did start building Gordonstein in sort of late October, September-ish. So that might actually fit, because that was when we were doing the farms in the initial area of Gordonstein. Hey, Dragon. Welcome in. Right. And for those who are playing Pokemon, we have an event Pokemon in chat. Okay. I am going to grab some... Oops. Grab some whoops. Yes. Then, yeah, that fits with building a rabbit hutch in the opening areas of Gordonstein. Right. If I left myself a way into this build... Ow. Ding. You need to age. But I need to be a... No, I don't. I was about to say, I need to be a floor down, but no, I don't. I need to be here. So, let's... Yeah. What would Willikins do? Yes. Let's start working out the... I know I said we were going to start working on the taller floors. But I'm thinking, if I'm going to start building on the taller floors, it would be useful to have... a Ravager scare the living bejesus out of me. Thank you, Feg. Oh, this is going to go right underneath. Well, we'll just have to leave that there for a minute. Right, so the plan is to have a bridge here. And I think it would be so much more useful if this bridge existed before we started actually working on the upper floors, because it would mean I could just run back and forth when I'm trying to get into Little Oldie. No, there is no romp command. Also... okay, so that one... I keep forgetting Fire Extinguisher is not halfway to your Ravager redeem. Trump, as in Scotsman's being chased by a Ravager. Trump, Trump, Trump. It's also got a short cooldown on it, so I don't constantly get Ravagers scaring the living daylights out of me. Hello, Kel. Welcome in. I'll turn those back into snow blocks and find my Silk Touch shovel. I do try to be fair. It's very rare, but I do try to be fair. Hello, Taran. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to everybody arriving. For those who don't, who are like, why is it Tuesday? Welcome in. What's the 90k redeem about? Oh, the horrors. The horrors. The 90k redeem is where you get the option to have a Ravager named anything that you want that I approve of, and taken to our lovely area of Castle Gordonstein, which is a racing track, which currently has a lot of spare stables around it for people to have a Ravager. 90k means you're... Oh, you better. You think a small tour is in order. Right. Okie dokie. Let me empty my inventory on the grounds of significant overloading. And let us head for the hills. Things I wish I hadn't said. Tor is very much waiting until people hold scouts accountable for what he said, rather than joking about doing so. Yeah, you mean pretty much anything involving this stream. I still need to raise the... That's what quotes are for. I'm gonna regret that. I know that there's a quote for I'm gonna regret how long. I'm gonna regret enabling quotes. What did you miss me saying? Many things, probably all of which were me going, I am not supposed to be saying these. Now you treat them like a little kitten trying to bite your foot. Well, that's an interesting use of wardens. If you have wardens biting your foot, you might be dangling your toes in the wrong place. Of course, it would be quote 6. Put that and that and that in there. And let's go and have a quick nap in Void's bed. Hey, Void. Ha! Cast 1 spell. Spells. Yes. This is pure vanilla. I don't have... Sorry, ignore my toes. Ignore my feet. I don't have spells. Also, Kel is hiding under a blanket and flapping around in it. Woohoo! We all know my quotes are going to cause psychic damage to someone somewhere. Yes. Me. The person most damaged by my quotes is me. That's a set of statements that I'm not sure I agree with, Darren. Right, hold on. Before we head for... And thank you for joining the Scurry. Let's have a quick look. Grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just in case. Stone. Where do I keep my stone? There it is. I think that's the right one. I always get this. Stone doesn't get affected by me throwing a fishing rod at it, does it? I made that mistake previously. Goodbye. Why am I using expensive wood? Where's the cheap wood? You know, spruce is cheap. Let's double check this before I make the mistake of... That's the one. Excellent. If we're going all the way on a tour, I'm going to leave myself a way of getting back here in a hurry. Let's see. A bucket of water would be useful. Oh, look. I found a bucket of water. Yikes. Are you okay, Chris? Because that sounds... That doesn't sound good. Ow. I hit the window. Let the Scotsman hit the floor. Right. That one. I need a chunk boundary. Preferably a local one. There's one. Let me turn on gamma so you can see what the heck I'm doing. Actually, let me just put a torch up. That'll work just as well. Slept on your back last night instead of your tummy. Maybe that made a difference. Hopefully. Right, so. I always get this wrong. Initially. So. Fortunately, we are not open air, so we don't have to worry about this freezing. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Let's put a piece of stone here for a second. Put a trapdoor there. And put that there. Okay. Now that we've done this, hello, Enderpearl. Right. And with that there, let's go to Gordonstein and explain the 90k. I forgot the bot. I forgot the cam account. Hey, Wolf. Welcome in. Right. Let's try that again. Preferably without the derps. Scott's Cam to the rescue. Yeah, Scott's Cam brought me back far too soon. It should have been like this. There we are. Now, the interesting thing is, that probably means that I could use Scott's Cam as a way of dragging myself back quite quickly. I just log in the cam account and suddenly I'll be returned. Here in the nether, we've lie through all the things, wondering just why Scott's is breaking wings. And he's going to crash into the things. This is what he does. Hello, Lotus. Welcome in. Right. For those just arriving who are new here and are bemused as heck as to what the heck I'm on about, or more to the point, welcome to Castle Gordonstein. Here we have what happens when Scotsman decides that pillagers need somewhere fun to live. A small-ish, slightly overbuilt-ish, ridiculously over the top, agreed, pillager outpost, complete with its own village. And I'm fairly sure that the rabbit hutch that caused the quote was this one, because we have a black rabbit and a whole pile of other rabbits, all in hutches. No, that's a dead end. Can't go that way. Ba-doing, ba-doing, ba-doing. And we have an event Pokemon in chat, for those who might be interested in trying to catch it. We also have a roaming pig. Can't explain the pig. However, for those... So, there are two tiers of... or two different types of... Actually, no, there's three. I can count to three. I can count to three. Really, I can. So there are three Channel point redeems. One must assert their dominance. There are 3 sets of redeems that you can have in Castle Gordonstein. The first is to redeem a pillager, or a Gordon as we call them, and name them, and have them present in the barracks. This is barracks block 1. It happens to be one of our mosh pits. And they all want hugs, yes. Hello, Taco. Ah, Gordon. This all started because the very first one of these pillagers got called Gordon because he was in a minecart going up and down the rails and he was angry. Thus, he was Gordon the Angry Engine. Think Thomas the Tank Engine. Then the second Gordon was called Gordon, at which point I started thinking of Stephen Fry jokes. You have notes on my signage. I'm sure. I have notes on my signage. A lot of it is inconceivable. Right. X was recruited by Y, and on the other, Y recruited X. I'm a little bit worried about Y recruited X, because almost all of these should say... Okay, let's have a look. Gordon, recruited by Tor. Oh no, not again. Recruited by... I don't see one that is in a different format, Taran. Dakan Kurtzen. Okay. One by Blast with a name including Blast. That would... yeah, there are some that are slightly confusing. Mostly because it's fun to be confusing. Hey, Taco. I'm fairly sure Taco was recruited on Tuesday. So this is building 1. We have 4 in this area. I think we actually have 6 total currently. So, building 4... Building 2, Building 3. Building 3 is officially and entirely owned by Frauke. Because Frauke was... Frauke had a goal in life. To have every single one of the knights that follow Arthur. And, for sheer comedy value, up, down, left, right, B, A, select, start, as their old Betsies. So this is, these are the where we put the old Betsies, because you can't hand a pillager back Hey, Jerry May. And for those just getting back from the ads, who didn't hear all of that, this is where we put the old Betsies, since I can't handle the can't hand these guys back weaponry. What we can hand them though is banners. And they will happily pick up a banner that you throw them. So, that is the Gordons. So if somebody recruits a Gordon, it ends up something like that. I'm going to swiftly skip past this stables for a second. And we'll come back to that in a second. Ooh, while we're here. We have... Ow. Okay, we have 3 trained Gordons ready for recruitment. I know 2 or 3 people were saying they're getting very close, so I don't... So I do have I have pre-prepared Gordons ready for recruitment for people. The second of the channel point redeems for this area is the Hall of Banners. And this is the Hall of Banners. Anyone who redeems that is able to design a banner, and I will place it in this world, and it will have their name on it. Unfortunately, banners don't show the names. But it does show the name when you hold it. So this is just Loopy's. And this, for example, is Glam Pixies. So these are all the banners that people have chosen to add into the world. And if somebody has banners and Gordons, then, as you've just seen, we can have the Gordons pick up the banners. Hey, Orion, welcome in. And then we have Redeem number 3. Which comes with... Well, Redeem number 3 comes with Karma. Hi, Karma. I like the way I had to actually stick my head in there to be able to see Karma. Hello, Karma. Actually, that's something I hadn't thought of, Feg. So, here is Karma. As recruited by... Karma. You need to calm down. As recruited by Elkhorn. And basically, for 90,000 points, you get a Gordon. A Gordon? A Ravager. For example, we have Mythical Star. Or Deja. Oh. I have to do this one. It's legally required. If I come over here and say hi to the Ravagers. Hi, Cutie. And there's my boop from Cutie. Cutie does love me still. That sounds like an absolutely insane mod. Kel. Where was Kel's? I might have to find a book for yours, Kel, because I can't remember which... I suspect yours is down in this... Glam Pixie, Shadow Sky... Here we are. Ah, yes. Snuggles. Ow! I shouldn't have gone in there. Snuggles wanted to snuggle. That's alright. Meanwhile, Invincible is continuing to defy physics. Invincible, are you ever going to stop flying? Here we find our low-flying Ravager, Invincible. Incapable of paying any attention to gravity. We don't know why. Just perpetually been up in the air ever since they moved into this stables. We have another set of stables down there. And I'm trying to remember, have we actually started putting... Diamond Miner Mum, welcome in. Have we started putting people in here? Nope, this is not the armor stand hall. No, this is our next barracks for people to have pillagers. So their Gordons will be placed in these chairs. So this is the next barracks for Gordons. This is also why there is dirt in the way, because llamas will attack pillagers on sight. Because of course they do. We're at 37. Right. I'm going to stop partway up the hill here. This is the racetrack. This is what happens when I yes and far too far. This is a Ravager racetrack. And not only is it a ridiculously over-detailed piece of landscaping, complete with large number of stables for people to actually have Ravagers in, and we have a few already. So, Jerry, Inevitable, and Tetrodotoxin. Ah, yes. Why am I not surprised that that one's... This is also a fully functional racetrack. Hey, Glam Pixie. Does the full tier armor upgrade allow getting from nothing to the max? If you go from... If you redeem it multiple times, I think so, yes. I think that one might have the option of redeeming repeatedly. Just for that reason. I would have to double check, though. So, why is this a Ravager racetrack? Well, you will notice we have a set of 4 Ravagers. Pain, Nidhogg, Frecky, and Roland Ravenberger. That's the one, Lawrence. Correct. And, we have Ben Herm. And I'm going to regret not having the cam account here. And if I log the cam account in, I am going to be immediately teleported. Well, we will just have to, So, the reason Ben Herm exists is Ben Herm runs along this track. And a nitwit running along this track in a minecart will encourage multiple Ravagers to follow them. Ben, I'm so sorry. Bye-bye! Yes, it is the dog racing tracks, but with Ravagers chasing a nitwit. How many will make it around the... at least I found a job even a nitwit can do. Yes! Do we have all 4 Ravagers still following as we get through the second turn? 1, 2... Oh, I think... No, we still have all 4! My word! I'm going to regret not having the cam account online. Let's get to the finishing post. Oh. Coming in quickly. Yep, we actually still have all 4 Ravagers. Oh, and looks like... Yep. My word. That was a successful race. All 4 Ravagers made it without any issues. Well done, Ben Herm. Congratulations. There can be miracles. Yes. We can have Ravagers chasing around a racetrack and not have it go wrong. Yeah. Suddenly, Ravager. And you'll notice that they're all now happily in their starting positions. So yes, this is what happens when I yes and. This is a ridiculously over-the-top, insane amount of redstone. Well, actually, it's not a bad amount of redstone. Insane amount of builds to try and actually create something slightly bonkers that has no valid reason other than because we could. Oh, dear. Hey, Elkhorn. So, yeah, this is... For those who were asking what the 90k redeem for getting a Ravager is, this is where they'll end up. They end up in one of the stables in this racetrack, happily living out their days, scaring the living daylights out of me. There's the yes and then there's and your point. Exactly. Actually, in this case, it's more and your points, please. Reminds you of another Because We Could project over at the Caldera. Which particular Because We Could? Are you thinking the cave? Sheep, llamas, boats. Oh goodness, the chess set. Well then. Let's fly past Gordonstein Ward. Here we find Gordonstein Ward, the little village that makes up all of my armor supplies, and which I will probably have to spend some time in getting armor for all of the armor stands for people. Now, have I got my directions right? And have I remembered exactly where the caldera is in relation to Gordonstein? Because if I've got this wrong, I'm going to end up flying off into the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, it might well be.
Please do not leave cases or parcels unattended anywhere on the station. Any unattended articles are likely to be removed without warning.
Whoa, yep, I've gone too far. That was... There are reasons I have Blue Map installed on the server. Why aren't we going through the Nether? Because it's far more fun to be able to just arrive carefully. This is a private solo server that lives in my house. It exists as a server because I have a cam account that allows me to actually keep an eye on ridiculous amounts of builds. And because it means that I can keep running Minecraft separate from playing Minecraft, separate from streaming, so that I can actually do things like all of this. Here we have the caldera. None of this cliff face existed. All of this is hand-built. Because I'm insane. Including the Mimic Tower. This is what happens when tentacles take over. But the yes and that Kel was mentioning is up here in a hidden cave. If I can remember where the entrance is. There it is. Here's a river. Here's a river, there's a river. Everywhere a bit of river. Ah. Well, here, deep in this cave, he says, realizing he still has Gamma. Apparently I forgot to finish one of the walls. We have a hidden cavern with a chest set in it. The ultimate in why not? And all the pieces are named. So we have the Red Queen. I don't have free cam on this account, TGM, and I can't bring the cam account online because it'll cause me to end up back at the frozen archives. I did not plan this properly. The Green Knight, pawns, and all the sheep for the opposition. And one side, and t'other. It'd be funny if I made the eyes of the pig look at... Well, that would be interesting. That might be possible. It would probably take a bit, but... Yeah. That might be plausible, or possible. But yeah, this is what Kel meant by another of the yes-anding. How do I get out of here? Oh, yes. 70 hours of redstone smeggery later. Yep. The other element of yes-anding for this area... Actually, I'm going to cheat and use a side exit. I hope this side exit still exists. Yes, it does. Oh, I need a quick nap. Sin Lily, welcome in. Thank you for joining the scurry, and we have reached a full scurry. 40 people have checked in. We will have to donate another $10 to charity. Thank you so much, everyone, for that. There are a few bits of silliness inside of this city. For example, we have a forge. We have Geordie of the Forge. Hey, Geordie. Don't know. Oh, hold on. I'm fairly sure. Charlie Croker, who only told you to blow the doors off. Oh no! I will pause and come back the moment that the ad has finished. I keep forgetting that the ads are on. They are, however, short. It's over. Fantastic. Right. So you probably saw Geordie of the Forge, hopefully. Yes, I was going to go to Timmy. Alright. We have Geordie of the Forge. Hey, Geordie. We have... Oops. Charlie Croker, who is here to tell you that you only need to blow the doors off. Oh, goodness. I keep the ads short so that people don't have to have pre-rolls on the way in. Judge Teal'c, who is forever judging me. This llama has judged me in so many ways. And here we have a map of the caldera. That is this entire build. Let's see. Timmy down the well. So, over here, we have a chicken. No, we have a little well. Every time I came to update the map, Judge Teal'c was judging me. Yes, usually by getting in the way of the map. This well. So everybody knows that Timmy ends up down the well. Lassie put him here. But Lassie is down here nowadays as well. So we have Timmy stuck down the well. Perpetually looking after everything with Lassie trying to keep them going. Well, yep. Trying to remember if there was another comedy moment. I will not look to the right. I will come to the right in a minute. Oh yes, we do have... For those who know Blackclad Wanderer, we have Grey Knight. Hey, Grey Knight. And Grey Cluck. His chicken. Grey Knight exists in the world, and he's got his own chicken. Because of so many reasons, because. I was about to say, that llama appears to have two bodies and one head. Oh, that was just so wrong. Ah, yes. Up here. Sir Clackington the Third. And if I remember rightly, which I tend not to, we have back here our Splooty boys. Harry, Houdini, and Potter. So we've got Harry Houdini and Harry Potter. You're absolutely right there, Taran. But this was a bit of a detour after explaining what the heck the 90k channel points were. We also have a little bit of a... actually, for this one, let's go to shaders. We have a little cavern that got adjusted. And by adjusted, I mean we built down into it. But things might have gone a little bit wrong. There are lava pumps. And, yeah. Things broke. The crystals took over. And, this is the reason why the caldera is officially, uninhabited. Officially. There are a few things. that aren't, that are still living here. But yes, the reason this place is officially uninhabited is that geode. It decided to start growing and taking over and destroying everything. This is the reason why the city up at the top is empty, Taran, and why bits of it are broken. And why we have the mimic. This is what it looks like without shaders. It's actually almost easier to see. Oh, and Heil Hydrate. But the geode was here. And a stretch as well. Thank you, Kel. Oh. Popcorn. Do, 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 do. The geode and the cave were here. The lava pools, the lava runs, everything else was added. I kind of went a little bit over the top. So the geode is natural, and it's the only bit down here that is. Everything else is modified. You go over the top? Never. A little bit? I don't know the meaning of the word. Okay. Love the fact that I completely ignore that diamond. Right. Let's get out of here. Quickest way out is up. Somehow. Oh, yeah. I always knew there was a good way up to this section. Can't go over the top if the top grows through scope creep. Correct. This exists because I wanted a perpetual world, Orion, and because I wanted a perpetual world, I gave in to the concept of streaming it. And thus, the two things exist because people have been following me streaming. So, yeah. And of course, because people hang around and have input on all of the insanity, see also ridiculous mimic towers, etc. Yeah, everybody in chat regularly feeds the scope creep, and as a result, I end up building things that are ever sillier. Do do do. Yeah da da. Ooh. Like the chessboard. No. Hold on. No. Oh, yeah. I can make things better. I can make things better. Oh, that's nice. That actually makes it look much more like a cart has fallen over and things have been destroyed. That's about the only thing I was going to do there. But that is one of the things that comes with the armor stand mod. the ability to trigger that. Okay, before I get far too distracted, let's head back to the Frozen Archive. You've begun working on an old project again. Old projects can be a very fantastic way of getting back into things. This entire world is old projects. We've just looked at 2. I think I've got 7. Squirrel! Yes. No such thing as a distraction around here. Oh, I needed to refill that bucket. And the... oh, I need to open a poll on Discord to find out just how distracted we're going to be for the next 6 months. Points in a random direction. Look, a distraction! Yes, and chat's about to provide one. Folding sword. You figured out how to make an actual durable one a while back. Never finished off the handle. Oh, nice! That sounds fantastic. I'm going to need more ender pearls. Oh well. 1 meter blade, 30 centimeter handle, fits in 60 centimeters when folded. Ooh. Helpful for commuters. Wow. I almost misread that as helpful for computers. And while computers do react well, if being annoying, to being stabbed with a sword, I find it doesn't improve them. I wear a mask on trains. People stay away from me. Don't apply maths, Tor. It's a bad thing. You want to eventually have a kind of blank properly made so you can do the fine detail work. Ooh. No, it's a Hannibal Lecter mask. Thank you for wearing a mask when in public. Honestly, it's primarily for my safety, Chris. Because, as people may remember, most of last month I was out ill. It was an infection. A simple, small, single infection that knocked me on my arse for 6 weeks. This is why I wear a mask. No, there. Right, a lot of the sword's original idea came from world-building project of yours. Came with... Oh, nice! Some of those can be the best places to get ideas. 6 weeks is awful. You're telling me. I'm the one who had to go through it. Right. You know, we were actually starting to build something. I'm hoping to goodness that it doesn't come to that, Taryn. Well, I'm going back to work tomorrow, Feg. So, yes. I'm fairly sure I am back. No comment about that, Tor. Right, spruce. Okay, do I want this? Yay, health, boo work. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the matter. I think this should be an enclosed bridge. It's much appreciated, Cal. All the good wishes that came through were read and appreciated. All magic, at least some had hard rules, and every machine is designed... Nice! That is fantastic. I think less properly enclosed, more roof bridge. Yeah, I think... I'm thinking bridge of size style. Or is it... What's the one in Italy? Is it near the Trevi Fountain? They make anything look dignified. Yes. So actually, it'll probably end up being, if I steal the cam account, somewhat similar to this area, which is in dire need of the porticos. Exactly. It's just suddenly no Scots. Oh dear. Oh, yes. I did try to leave messages, but yes. Porticos are a type of... Oh, I know this one. They're an architectural feature. Roofed and pillared walkway. Thank you. Italian. That's the word. Okay, so if we go with that style... This we could do something with this. So those are... So how wide is this bridge? What are the point? Why did it have to snow? Okay, so I need 5 wide, 3 for what would... Yeah, I'm... Polished tough brick. Let's do this one properly and actually start using this as a way of testing out some of the... Whoops, wrong end. Some of the texturing that we're going to be doing. Because one of the things that Taran has pointed out quite rightly, that building, the exterior of it is entirely, well, everything is identical. It's not got any gradients, it's not got any sort of broken sections, it's all just effectively brand new, out of the box, totally undone. Or unaffected by life. Why do I not have any polished basalt? Fine. I only need one. Oh good, it's getting dark. You're not being blamed for any... Well. You have rightly pointed out, Taran, this building is perfect. It has nothing... It's got no variation, no changes, no nothing in it. It needs messing up. So I'm going to start looking at the texturing. Okay. There are variations of not being blamed. Thank you for joining us, Kel, and it is lovely to see you as always. Stone bricks with tough... Absolutely. That is on my... I have quite a lot of... Miakula, welcome in. The other good one is mossy stone bricks work incredibly well with tough. And so they look almost like they are part of it. So if I do this, that works nicely, and then I can break it up. Really, I need a cracked tough brick. There's no such thing, is there? No. Dagnabbit. I really need cracked tough brick. Mojang! Why? Wait. Cracked tough would be perfect. Next I want vertical slabs. Well, now that you mention it. Stare through my tootsies. I've been watching too much Pearlescent Moon. Glass profiles of every wooden thing would be woohoo. Right. Dear Mojang, cracked tough, mossy tough, cracked stone slabs. Maybe some mossy deep slate too. Oh yes, mossy deep slate. Yeah. Yes. And then, once you've done all of that, everything in pale moss as well. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. So if I make it 3 wide, I take out 2, which becomes 19, which doesn't divide by 3. Durr. That would be nice, Feg. Ooh, hold on. If I take out 3, then that becomes 18, which doesn't divide 4. I've got this horrible feeling that I've got an off by 1 error. No. Well, no. Hold on. I could just make it 2 units wide. Let's start with 2. So, 21, Raven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's the middle. So what we do is possibly make the central arch 1 block wider. Yeah. So 10. If I take out 1, that's not going to work. But what we could do is 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here. No, let's make it the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. One, 2, 3, 4, 1. And actually, if we do that, I can have a 3 block wide. Wait, 1, 2, 3. That might work. I have concept coming to mind. I have a thinking. Yeah, that might work. Let me get some materials into this. Do. You. Everyone, head for the hills. He's got an idea. I love the way that I move the camera count and make it go over the trees when it could just as easily go straight through the middle. I think everything needs to be one taller. Dang it. Druids, help us. The squirrel pack is thinking again. Yes. We tried telling them to pack it in, but they got a bit squirrely. Some tough brick. And oh no. Well, yes, but no. Do we have yes. And yes. And a little bit of yes. And I'm yes-anding again. We're in trouble. I'm sure yes-anding isn't supposed to be me going through my storage lockers, though. That's the mossy. Fantastic. I have 2 chisel tough and a pile of scope creep. So what I'm thinking here is we do that, and then we do another one of those, and then how about that? Is scope creep a pile? Is a hug of scope creep? Scope creep. Does it need that? Might do. Oops. Deathly Mini, thank you for joining us. Welcome in. Void, can I take a nap, please? Please? Ah, thank you. While I'm taking a nap, let's have a look at this through the eyes of the cam account. Yeah, that's Thank you for coming in and joining the Scurry, Deathly Mini. It is fantastic that you wanted to do that. And very much appreciated. Okay, except I think I need... I need that block back. And it's snowing again. Fantastic. Just what I didn't want. Let's make this more arched. It's going to mean taking apart my design over here. But that can be worked with... Where did that block go? There it is. And we put that there and that there. It's so hard to see when it's snowing. Need to make a system for controlling the cam account for VIPs. Poof. Make my life easy, why don't you? Why am I still carrying honeycomb? No, that's what the pork chop's for. I'm not sure crowd control would allow you to do something like that, unfortunately, Taran. And that's the one thing I can think of that would be in the sort of vicinity of allowing external control of something. So if I do that... I need it not to be snowing. I also need that block back. Just figure out what they did for Twitch Plays Pokemon. Yeah, just. Absolutely, yes. I'll get right on it. Right after all the other things that are on my to-do list. And my ridiculous scope creep list. Elkhorn, thank you for joining the Scurry. Ah, yes. A bit of that. A bit of this. A bit of that. So much scope creep. I do love the large size version of that emote. I think Kiyumi got very, very confused when I explained what the heck that I wanted for that emote. But they did a lovely job of it. I need something special here. No, lodestone would be the wrong colour. Let's go for one of these, just because. It's a shame that lodestones are way too bright. Thank you for joining the Scurry, Orion. For those just working out that we have a check-in, or just interested in finding out, the check-ins themselves at the moment do nothing. However, or at least the number of them yet, not yet. You want the emote version of that one, mark a shepherd gift, except with the word scope repeating on the scroll. But they do go towards the group check-ins, which result in me making a donation on behalf of the community to charity. So, I really need to get... You've heard of mince... Honestly, mincemeat sounds like a name that would probably end up being one of my Ravagers in the future. Where in Smeg did that go? Or a sheep. Yep. That's where you brew a steak in mint and oil. That actually sounds like a very, an almost sensible meal. After all. Right. From Scotland, where we stick everything into... steak. Hey, Urban. Welcome in. What did I do over here? Oh, yes. Right. Let's see if I've got... That would be too easy. Ooh, hey. I'm not one of those. Why can't you add... Why can't I add moss to bricks that already exist? Urban, thank you for joining the scurry. Raren is still better than being called Tor. That reminds me of a conversation that I was listening to in, I think it was Pearlescent Moon's stream, about Grian calling her Gem and getting absolutely flustered and horrified when he got it wrong. And it's clearly a thing. Gem, as in Gemini Tay. He got Pearl and Gem mixed up. Okay, I need it to stop snowing so I can see what I've built. Just as soon. Gem and Pearl. But I think you're in ads, so you didn't hear that. That's the one, Feg. I think I like this shape. I just need it not to be not to be snowing, so I watch a lot of Hermitcraft. Well, actually, no, I don't watch a lot of Hermitcraft. There's only about 3 people on Hermitcraft that I follow, Taran. Nowadays, I tend to almost entirely follow Pearlescent Moon, Gemini Tay, and BOO. And when I can, I try and follow Tango Tech. Never been good with names, so you get mixing people's names up a lot. Yeah, I am awful with names. / weather clear, now undertaken by sleeping in a bed. I was getting very close to it though, Taryn. I really was. I like that. I think that's a shape that might work quite nicely. Oh, mostly I don't follow their streams. I follow their YouTube videos. I think that might work. I think the basalt is a placeholder block. The basalt is still a placeholder block. BOO does some amazing, yeah, YouTube compressed streams for easy digestion. I often have background streams and videos because it helps me focus. So the question becomes... actually, both sides are going to get an under arch. I definitely need to bring this up. So this all needs to change. The area that I'm currently in. Background sounds overpower your tinnitus. That I can understand. Cosmic. I am overheard at 3 AM. Oh my. I am suffering from a full inventory. You know full well, Cosmic, I can only build what I can because I've spent so much time working out how to do it. Have some good food, Urban. I would also point out, it has taken nearly... allowing for time for the roaming and looking at things, it's taken nearly 40 minutes just to build that one wall. It looks good because I have spent a lot of time making a lot of different variations of this over the last 40 odd minutes. Also, you are awesome, Cosmic. Right. That block needs to change because it's just not going to work. So let's change it for that. And the worst thing is I'm going to have to repeat all of this as a second wall. And then I need to put a roof on it. And I haven't the foggiest how I'm going to do the roof. You don't like any of the various methods of supporting this bridge. Oh. Also, oh, I'm still holding the waxed copper. I don't need it. Your measurements have betrayed you. No! Curse the sudden and inevitable betrayal of measurements. Yeah, I'd have to start all over again. That sounds almost like... Wait, are you... Yeah, you're gonna have to start all over. Are you turning into me? I mean, the number of times I've had to rebuild something. I apologise to anyone who has to do that repeatedly. I think I have. I think I have a plan, Taran. It's just gonna take me a minute, and it's gonna look awful for the first few. Twitch is in Guildhall construction. Oh, Elkhorn. You have bitten off a lot with that build. I really think it's going to look amazing, but oh, good God. You've bitten off a lot with that one. I would really love to have. The issue is the handle is sliced together and the blade profile for folding is kind of annoying. Well, you've built it once. You can learn from your mistakes and start again, and sometimes that's the best way. At least you hadn't started doing the pretties on it. I want a vertical slab here. It's not fair. I want a vertical slab. I hope I got that block back. Front facade is functionally done. There may be a mod for that, but there isn't one in this world. Hail Hydrate! No. I'm glad I wasn't drinking at that point. And a stretch. Oh, ooh, ow. That was my left shoulder. But went pop first. Right. Oh yeah, I'm renowned for the popcorn. Yeah, and I'm not even related to the Swedish chef. You. Let's go with you. And then... Right, let's try that again. Preferably without jumping off the edge of the... Snack time! Yay for snacks! I don't have any mossy stone brick slabs. There they are. There. Ah, yes. 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 Right. No. Oh. Smiggity smeg. Yes, no. Dag nabbit. And all of the girdy flirtables. You. You. Nope, too high. I need that back. I think a lot of it will be it's going to align with this section, Taran. Which, given the supports here, it'll probably be hidden underneath this. Or hidden out of the way. Particularly since... Yeah, there's a reason why it's in this section of the window and not, as I originally planned, this section. And that is because it then places it further back and means that it'll miss the first section of that tunnel. I absolutely missed it there, Frauke. But yes, by my reckoning... At least I think it is. Let me double check. Oh! Taran. I might have an off by one error. Aye. However, given the steepness of what I've just built here... Well, hold on. Let me swap. Given the steepness of this bit, it will take out one block here. So it'll just mean that this section where I am stood so actually I can probably, it'll be fine, I think. Yeah, I mean the other alternative is if I... Hi. Sorry. Oh, there are many things that would move everything by one. Axiom would do it in a second. And I'm seriously trying not to learn Axiom. Of course I'm fine, Feg. This is exactly what my brain is like at this time of day. Fetch the TNT, blow it up, and start again. High explosives. High explosives. High explosives make it better. High explosives. High explosives make it better every day. You know that's the way. Blow it up, you say. Okay. Let's think about this. And let's bring the camera count back out again. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's one for the Scots Bonfire Night album. Wow, I didn't know we had one of those. Wait, what? No, that's right. Are we basically working on the assumption that there's going to be Nightmare on Squirrel Street? Going to be a album for every major event, holiday, and thing that could possibly involve me being silly. Scotty the Hottie, an album for every holiday. Okay, apparently the answer to that is yes. Yes, there is. So how do I have more basalt than I started with? That doesn't make sense. Nearly out of tough again. Let's... Hold on. You... No, that's right. That should have been there. By popular reprimand. Oh, okay, that explains a lot. Ah. Ow. Mental note, don't mind the block you stood on. Doesn't work. Tough. Nope. Tough. Nope. Tough. Nope. Tough. Found it. I mean, that one of those got summoned earlier. I was highly impressed. Bum. I like that shape. That shape works. I think that might work. Let's see. What I should probably do is take out this section and start repeating this so that we can see what it looks like with actually with both. Where are we? With both sides in play. Because when you can often how it looks will change when you really start adding in the depth. And I'd really like this not to look wrong when we add the depth. That's the wrong thing to break. Come on. No. That one needs to go. Which means that needs to be replaced with snow, probably. Dirt. Yeah, I think the river is becoming ever more something that I need to think about doing. Particularly since it's going to be a frozen river. I don't intend on having it as an actual flowing river at this point. But I do intend on making it look a lot more sort of river-ish. Stones, actual areas of edging, you know, river-ish. I say that like it makes sense. One of us knows what they're trying to say, and it sure as heck isn't me. Ritsu, I'm not. That's the point. I'm thinking, well, seeing as how we don't have seasons in Minecraft, it's going to be fairly permanent. So it's going to be more like a glacier, Feg. But what it might be is... So what we do have is... We're going to have... So we've always got this area, which is going to be unfrozen water. And then we're going to have the frozen water. We're going to have this area that is going to be igloo-esque, in that there will be the low-level thing, which will actually have... So we have the heat stored up here, and as you go down lower, the cooler air can't get in, but it will have frozen the water here. And what I might do is actually have... That's what I was about to say. I might have effectively a tunnel of water under ice. I think Wolf is heading in the direction that I am thinking mentally. So it might be very Lost World. Quite probably. It might be there will be a way of swimming down the river all the way over in that direction. Yeah. Down the waterfalls, etc., etc. So there'll be ice over frozen water. Blah blah blah. And there's a lot people who are going to tell you that being able to think like me is a bad idea. Is that one we should catch, shouldn't catch, or should be confused by? I'm going to try and catch it just because. Because I'm confused. Oh, hey! That's where my basalt went. That's my overflow chest. You know things are bad when you've got an overflow chest. But then again, this is my wall of overflow. From mining out bits of the... Good grief. Why do I have 75,000 stone bricks? Don't ask. Just don't make any more. Well, you say catch, but none of us did. So, whoops. $75k is reasonable. That'll be the first time I've been called reasonable. Let's see. Let's go with that. Do I have any mossy stairs? No, of course I don't. Stairs like this, that having a stone cutter in your inventory would be useful. Fortunately, I don't have to go far to get to my stone cutter. Because we're working right next to Oldie. Actually, what did we call this? Is this Little Oldie, or... Missed. Because the main storage room is IKEA. And we've got Oldie in Gordonstein Ward. So I'm trying to remember what we called this one. Lidl. This one's Lidl. Okay, thank you, Raven. Bit too cold for Mist, definitely too cold for Riven, might be one of the others. LIDL, just 1D. Too cold for Mist. There are some beautiful frozen ones in some of the later worlds, Taran. It's been a while since I played any of the Myst series. Did Uru have a frozen section? I think so. They'd cause chaos to steal it. They would be working alongside each other, Shadow. Look after yourself, Cosmic, and thank you for joining us. It is lovely to see you as always. Minecraft Architect, welcome in and thank you for the lurk. What was it I needed? Oh yeah, one of these. I should eat before I get told off. Okay. Let's see. So this is where I start remembering but I have no clue what I'm building. You get to be solid. You get to be solid as well. Actually, it's solid from here over. So let's go with tough brick. Sorry, foxies. I'm going to need to move my foxes soon. I... Distractions! I need to build somewhere for the foxes so that I can get them out of my way. By the power of distractions. Right, this looks wrong. No, they're chewing on ice cubes, Taran. They're lovely little things. They're chewing on ice cubes. Hi, Void. I keep being tempted to give them all totems of undying. Yeah, it's almost sleep at night, given that I generally have to fight for the bed with Void. Ooh. Adding in that back arch makes a heck of a difference, and that actually looks better now. I like that. I really like that. That now feels so much more solid. I feel that I might be well situated. I think what I might need to do next is the underside of this and the walkway of it. Speaking of voids, you currently have a black cat headrest. That sounds lovely, Raven. Alright, I need... what do I need? Yes, that. And this, and some of t'other. You don't go in there. You go in there. Actually, you can come back out. You can go in there. Right. Lighter. It's going to be that and that. So, more of that, more of that, some of that, so you, and you. Now what we want to do is recess this by just a little, but not much. So you... to here. I didn't do it. Oh, it's the fire brigade. I'm safe. It's not my fault. what I will probably need is some infill in a minute. But we can sort that out in a second. Welcome back, CB. I stood on. Okay. Not very stable ground. I want to put a block here. Ow. Ow. Take care of yourself, Blast. Okay. I can't go under that. I might as well go over it instead. Let's grab some dirt. It tends to be my filler block, although to be honest, I should probably use stone given the amount of that I've got lying around. Right. That's going to have to turn into a wall at some point. Of course not. It's a fantastic joke. Right. So, I need to start thinking about flooring and floor levels. So, let me, yes. You, and you are in play. I'm hoping that this is going to mean I'm going to have an actual working walkway soon. Actually, I'm just going to make it so that my materials last longer. There is about to be a floor in my plans, yes. Oops. Only question is, how floored is it going to be? Because I think I need to adjust this a bit more. I think that row of 3 might have to be taken out. But I need to, because I think I need to have half slabs here. Because I think, I'm saying that word, but I don't think it means what I think it means. Hail Hydrate! You keep putting squeakums in as if you hope that it's suddenly going to appear. And a stretch as well. Thank you, Feg. Right. Actually, what I think I might need to do is resort to a cheat. Wet with Trump. Yes, but that was because I found that funny and could make up something to go with it. Okay. I think we're going to be looking at that. In the middle here. And then we will probably have this be here. Then, because we're at the right level, I can do that. Yeah. That's the one I usually use, Taran, and I'm fairly sure that it is the one that is in the exclamation mark SLA command. So if I do this, this might be wrong as a result. Hiss. You see, this is why I think I might need to take out those blocks and adjust them. No, that one should be half a block higher. I think I've left getting to bed a bit late here. But it doesn't look like anything spawned, so we're okay. Central part of the bridge could just be exposed wood. It could. But I don't think I've ever seen a bridge that was stone on... It would be more likely that the central part of the bridge would be just exposed stone for you to walk on. Night Rogue, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. My day is going okay. We've made significant progress on this bridge, and I'm actually out of materials again. I'm actually liking the direction that it's going. How about yours? Hold on. Up here. Yes, cobble deep slate. I knew I had some. Always keep multiple stacks of everything. There's a reason why we have a little store. Oh. Got that wrong. That should be there and there. Thank you. Hope yours does too. Okay, that's nice. How does that look from... yes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that works so nicely. Right, I think I just need to fix this bit. Well, thank you for dropping in, Night Rogue. I think I need to extend this. So I think we should be looking at having that be there. I need materials. Let's get a couple of these. Let's get rid of those. Why is my inventory a hot mess? Actually, I think I could get away with... Well, hold on. Let's get the materials into my inventory. That one... That one... Okay, we're in the Frozen Archives. This is a cold mess. Let's get rid of that copper so that I can actually have one more space of inventory. Okay, that doesn't fit in my inventory. Oh, smeggity. I think that might... There. That's got it, I think. Hey, Moscow. How you doing? It's times like this that I kind of wish there was a everything you've just built, repeat it mirrored on the opposite side so you don't have to think about everything again. Yep, nothing fits in my inventory. I'm doing alright. I am making good progress on something that was not part of my plan, of my stated goal for the day. But honestly, it kind of fits a lot better in the sequencing of the build than what I did have as my goal for the day. Ow. Really? God, you the bubble. A lap cat that thinks he's a Harley. Goodness. I want to get that one checked for a decent motor. At least the per motor is running well. Cat snores are not pretty. Oh dear. Yay. I don't. Why do I actually have cobbled deep slate blocks in my inventory? Because those are not helping me in the slightest at this point. Right, let's focus. Come on. It's not just a small car. Let's get this bit done so that we can put away these blocks from my inventory. So how many of those are there? That goes back by 3. Okay. That's going to take us pretty much all the way into this snow. So I'm going to... You know, I might actually have to start taking parts of this this hillside away. Which is going to cause problems because it's got the ice cave under it. Whoop, no, this is where we are. Kind of feel like this point might have some tinkering to come. Right. I'm gonna leave that there. So let's get this out of my inventory so that I can actually not have to deal with these blocks for the moment. Probably almost guaranteed. Absolutely. Get some of that. A bit more of this. None of the others. So, that needs to be that. And then I need to bring this in. And then I need another one of those. In fact, I'd like to have 2 of those. And then I need a nap because the sun is setting again. Yeah, this Minecraft... the Minecraft day is far too short sometimes. Wait, what? No! And we started early as well. Well, actually, that might be wrong, because I can go long. You have the power. By the power of Numbskull. Wait, what? Okay, so that's solid all the way till there. By the power of Greybeard. Yes. Oh, I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to make some. Hold on. What? Wait. Half slabs from there outwards. Yeah. 1, 2, and 1. Right, so it's 2, 3, And then all of that is 2, 1, 2, 3. So actually that is wrong. I'm hoping if I can get the flat of the bridge in place, then we'll actually have something that will look really good when we go to... oh yeah! Thank you for that point, Taran. I forgot that I'd not updated that. And I went through a complete rebuild of all of the artwork for the beginning of the month. Oh well. Why am I going in there? You... Leave one behind. Because I needed to make all sorts of adjustments to my collection of scenes and overlays to fit the Tiltify stuff in. Was that 3 or 2? 3. I actually did a complete rebuild of all of the artwork, and of course that means... Oh yeah, that might work. Actually, let's do that here, just for a little bit of variation. Doof, durful. Which means that actually those 3 could have been left as that, but this one can't. You... Okay. That looks weird. Yeah. Actually, what I might do is, if I take out just one of them... That doesn't look too bad. It's a shame I can't do anything here. But that's the halfway point, and that doesn't work. Okay, we have a functional path across between the 2 areas of build. Woohoo! That's the one. What if I split the top section into 3 rather than a halves? What, you mean this bit? It's a 7 wide. Which means if I take out, if I split it into 3, it becomes 5, which means it would be, and 5 doesn't split 3 ways. Unfortunately. Because there's no such thing as a half slab in Minecraft. What might work, though, is... You say that, Taran. That might need to be raised to be a full block. How about that? Hello, Ginger. Welcome in. At which point this probably needs to be raised by 1. And then we do 2. And then this raises by 1. Except I don't have any of those left because I placed them downstairs. How are you doing, Ginger? Of course, that's there. And then it'll be more here and more on the other end, but of course I don't have enough iron bars. Wrong one. I'm doing alright. No. Yes. I am having one of those days where I have been quite desperately attempting to channel the mayhem. Yeah, you might be right, Taryn. I think I know what it needs, but I don't think I've got it available. Mostly recovered now, Ginger. I think I know what I need. I just don't know if it will work. Get back here. Come on. But then again, it's me. How can I ever recover from the insanity, the mayhem, and having to try and figure out whether or not I can get the head of, well, bring me the head of, I went with your head, Ginger, rather than with the typo. I think what we need is way more than that. I know I'm running long. I don't care. I want to test something while my brain is still coping with the concept. Yep, that'll do. Dreadwing Knight, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. What if we do this? Bring in the colour. That's 8 o'clock. Latest Smitty thing, because of your kidney problems with the... Oh. Hopefully that won't be too evil a vaccination. Also, hey, Sci-Fi. I think that might be the thing. There's just one bit that annoys me, and that's the fact that that middle doesn't look right now. Oh, you mean Void? Void is a very important companion. Either 3 or 4. Oof. That's Void's bed. Void just occasionally lets me sleep on it. I'm not sure I like this. It doesn't do what I wanted. I need to think of something better. And so I'm going to go away. and have another think. Because attempting to come up with the perfect answer in the middle of the chaos of trying to finish up. Middle might need to be either 3 walls wide or 1 with bars. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to make it look right, Raven. Your cat heard quote 200. I don't even have text to speech. How did it hear quote 200? I'm going to have a think about it. What I'm going to do, however, is Pretties mode. I think we are at the point where Pretties mode should be activated. And we should have a look at how that fits in context. Oh. Anything surrounding the central pillar necessitates having the full blocks, which is what causes the shape to be wrong. I think you might be right. That's the problem. But that looks fantastic. I absolutely love that shape, that whole build. I mean, that's partially the idea, Ginger. I need to figure out how to do the colouring right. Because part of it is it's not quite like this yet. So there may need to be some copper additions. But it's getting there. It is very close, I think. And it is a heck of a lot nicer than it was when it wasn't there. It also gives us a lovely way of getting between the 2 buildings, which was the absolute goal of this. I think it ties the 2 buildings together quite nicely. Particularly with the black of the deep slate of the building behind it. It provides a nice contrast against that. And once we've got the blue of the river in, it'll actually provide a nice, like a rug. You have some thoughts you'll share offline. Thank you, Raven. I have a few ideas that I want to tinker with myself as well. There may be quite a bit of tinkering going on between streams. However, we will be back here tomorrow, which will be nice. So, that button, and then this button. Yes, both sides. When it is just one side, it does tend to have the effect of being very flat. So, I think that will be something that will make a difference. So I might get the back on fairly quickly, just to see where it needs to go. But yes, I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic and great fun having you all here. We did have a little bit of a event Pokemon in chat right now. We did have a little bit of a distracted tour at the beginning of stream for all sorts of little bits, but it was great fun. And let's see, I would like to, I'm afraid you were, Ginger. In fact, we're running late finishing, so yeah. Let's see. So, raided them recently. Raided them recently. Just double checking who's live, who I can raid out to, and who I've raided to recently, just to make sure that I actually do. Overall, a much longer stream than usual. Yes, 2 hours and 40 at the moment, according to the timer. Hey, Mad. Welcome in. Thank you for arriving just at the end there. Let's see. When did I raid Luna? Yeah, I was thinking Fulmers, because Fulmers was 5 days ago. Luna was 4 days ago. So I think I'm going to send us in the direction of Fulmers, who is currently on Guildrush today, which is always a good place to send people at the moment, because it is very much the place where I am spending quite a bit of time as well. So, I will be back again tomorrow, where we will be back here in the Frozen Archives, carrying on with the build, and seeing if we can finish off that bridge. And, yeah, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and look after yourselves, and I hope I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.